I'm sorry, but like Joe Biden is corrupt.
He
We all
is.
know he's corrupt. And when Zephyr Teachout wrote an
Oh,
op-ed about how Joe Biden is corrupt, Bernie Sanders disavowed it and said Joe Biden is not corrupt. That's lying. He knows that what
oh.
Hunter was doing was wrong, but he said it because he likes Joe Biden. Bernie Sanders built a cult of personality around himself so that he could be friends with Joe Biden and Chuck Schumer. It is pathetic. It's just pathetic. And I'm sorry to be so stark and bracing about it. But I have not said this stuff until recently because I didn't want like what Bernie was doing. I thought was important. But when someone like this actually hands the country over to Wall Street, you have to speak out, and that's true for Warren too. It's just wrong, and all of these people have multiple sides of themselves. They have conflicting pressures, and of course Bernie, wants nice things to happen, and Warren wants nice things to happen, and a lot of politicians want nice things to happen. A lot of us want nice things to happen. But the question isn't whether you want nice things to happen. The question is, what are you willing to pay for that? And the reality is that if you're running on a political revolution and you're using your integrity as standing up to Wall Street against all odds and against the political establishment, and you talk about how you're against the political establishment, and the pressure is on, and you do no organizing, and then you talk about how you had to give in to Wall Street and the political establishment so that you can get unemployment through that would have gotten through anyway. Well, I'm sorry, but you're just a liar and a fraud. And I am tired of people assuming that a cult of personality around this guy is any different than the cult of personality that we built up around Obama. I'm sorry, but it's not okay. This vote was not okay. This is going to be a stain on everyone's record for the rest of their lives.
96. Why couldn't Bernie still vote against it? Why couldn't he go, this is still bullshit, I'm still going to vote against it. I won't put a hold on it, but I'm going to go down, just like with the Iraq war vote, I'm going to go down against it. Why would he be for this?
Again, he wants to be friends with Chuck Schumer. I'm sorry, but that's just what it is. Like, at the end of the day, people don't see the conversations that happen internally. And one of the reasons, and look, I'm not, I thought Elizabeth Warren ran an embarrassing campaign. I thought her behavior was despicable. I think her behavior now is despicable. But I will say this. Warren fights for every inch internally. She is willing to make enemies. She's bureaucratically nasty. She is a knife fighter. Now, maybe that's going to change now because she's thoroughly embarrassed herself and changed her behavior. But Bernie has never been like that. He's always gotten along. He's always done whatever the political establishment wants, and he's put forward this brand that he's some guy that's shaken up the system. But like Tim Geithner chuckled at Bernie Sanders. He feared Elizabeth Warren, but he chuckled at Bernie Sanders, and everyone in power chuckles at Bernie Sanders.